Welcome, my name is Dr. DrWedding, and this is DrWedding DC05. Conventional current flow and electron current flow. In this video, you will learn about the two ways to describe current in a circuit. These two ways are conventional current flow and electron current flow. This series, as well as most textbooks, only uses conventional current flow. This video is a quick explanation of the difference between these two ways to describe current. Conventional current flow was assigned in 1750 by Ben Franklin and was widely accepted at the time. Conventional current flow is the idea that current flows from positive to negative. This is the same Ben Franklin whose portrait is on the $100 bill. He made his assumptions based on what was known at the time. In nature, objects fall off shelves, balls roll downhill, apples in trees will fall to the ground. It was a natural assumption that positive charges move to a negative charge. Almost 150 years later, in April 1897, Sir Joseph John Thomson, an English physicist, discovered the electron. This led to our understanding of the structure of an atom. Today, the structure of an atom is so well understood it is covered in elementary school. The nucleus of an atom is made up of protons and neutrons. The number of protons and neutrons in the nucleus determines what element that atom is. Electrons orbit around the nucleus. In 1897, this basic understanding was enough for scientists to figure out that electrons could easily be gained and lost by an atom, and these moving electrons are what we call current. Then the scientific community thought, wait a second, if current is made of electrons, and electrons have a negative charge, then the negatively charged current is moving towards the positive terminal. This led to the world's largest group, FACEPALM. For almost 150 years, it was assumed that current was positive particles moving towards the negative terminal. Now, the entire world realizes that we had it backwards. Current is really negatively charged electrons moving towards the positive terminal. What do you do if you have been wrong about something for almost 150 years? Do you acknowledge your mistake and go back and rewrite all the books that have ever been written? You can't do that. It is way too much work. Do you ignore the problem and hope it goes away? You can't do that because everyone knows the truth. So, scientists came up with a solution that did not require any work and was technically accurate. They decided to keep the old way of describing current and gave it the name conventional current flow. They also introduced a second way to describe current and gave it the name electron current flow. Ohm's law will give you the magnitude of the current. The type of current flow you use will just change the direction. Conventional current flow assumes current flows from the positive terminal to the negative terminal. This is not what is happening at the atomic level, but it is what most people use in their calculations. Electron current flow assumes current flows from the negative terminal to the positive terminal. This is really what is happening at the atomic level, but very few people use it. In the previous video, Ohm's law was introduced. Ohm's law will give you the magnitude of the current. An example is shown below. Question: what is the current through a 100 ohm resistor when 10 volts is across it? To get the answer, write down Ohm's law. Next, isolate the variable you are trying to find. Plug in the values. And you will see that the answer is 0.1 amps, which is the same as 100 milliamps. This answer is correct for both conventional current flow and electron current flow. In conventional current flow, we are using the analogy of a bucket of water on a shelf and the water is falling from the bucket to the floor. This is the same as the current flowing from the high side of the resistor to the low side of the resistor. This is how current will be used in this course. If you use the bucket of water on a shelf analogy to describe electron current flow, it gets a bit weird. With electron current flow, the water is jumping off the floor and into the bucket. This is the same as the current flowing from the low side of the resistor to the high side of the resistor. Now, you should understand the difference between conventional current flow and electron current flow. Conventional current flow states that current flows from the positive voltage to the negative voltage. In electron current flow states, current flows from the negative voltage to the positive voltage. You should also understand why there are two different ways to describe current flow. If you find these videos helpful, please like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. This is the only way I can continue to make these videos.